Welcome, everybody, to the Peasants Podcast. Get comfortable as we sit by the fire and chat everything DayZ. We'll be joined by our podcast team, TikTok creator Smiley's Got a Gun and long-term player 80KQ. Our guest today is Bio the Hazard. He's a player who enjoys the world of the cannibalism. Don't forget, people in chat and those in the comment section, drop your thoughts and opinions on our subjects. We also may have a few special guests in our group chat. So welcome, everybody, to the Peasants Podcast. As I said, we've got Bio the Hazard. He's a cannibal player. He's going to be talking about the world of Kuru. Maybe very beneficial for some people for when they dive into Shakao, which has been released on the 15th. You can always whitelist it on the Steam Workshop or get in there to the Xbox store and hit that. Then we're going to talk about, we're going to give the co-host a little business. Then I got a little business of my own. I want to talk about the streamer creator event that it's occurring on the 1st. It's going to run for 2 weeks. The peasant got accepted to it. Both weeks of it, that and including the press. So we're going to dive into that and actually run through a little bit of the event and what goes on and a few of the things that I've occurred and run into. So I'd like to welcome everybody to the stream. 3 out of 3 gamers here. Mr. Q, Smiley, Noah, Braindead on it. We love your work. Let's get on with the show. And of course, Queen. Morning all. Yes, there's a little change in time. We just went through daylight savings. So the change happens today. That's why there's a shift in the time.
I couldn't tell you the last time I've heard Greedy giggle.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
It's a way of life now. It's just something I have to do. One of my buddies introduced it to me unofficial, so I said, it drives people crazy, right? That's my first answer thing I asked him. He's like, you'll drive yourself insane. If you can't put up with it, you will drive yourself nuts.
Yep.
So
gigglers. Bloody gigglers.
Yes, ooh, that's still too damn hot.
Completely crazy now.
Oh no, it takes when it's boiled, it hits you quicker.
Ooh.
When it's baked or dried, it takes about 25 minutes. When it's boiled, it's about between 15 to 20. That's why I'm constantly eating over here.
he's gonna be feeding himself all stream. So I already volunteered as the first meal. I expect the co-host to sacrifice themselves for the second.
That'll be Smiley. I've already told him that tastes good. I really don't. I'm too chewy.
It's too chewy.
I am delicious.
Yeah. I love it. All right.
I'll give you that experience.
That's it. Give me experience. It can get a little bitter at the end. Just let you know. You get a little bitter at the end. Starts sweet and get a little bitter.
Yeah.
Well, I just don't taste good at all
tang.
because I'm eating everybody.
Yeah, well, Q's a little tough, little chewy. So that's your 2 options.
That's who I currently have in my pocket.
Greedy is like
you got a little bit of greedster in your,
that's it. That's delectable meat. Delectable.
Delectable.
That's it. Old and aged.
Well, 6 pieces got baked, and 5 got dried.
Ooh, okay. Oh, we'll just see how it.
So it's two different effects.
That's it. We'll see how long it kicks off.
I hope I hit the 5th stage. Y'all don't know about that 5th stage.
No, well,
Only me and like 3 other people know about that.
well, before we dive too far in, let's do a little intros. First of all, on our left-hand side is our resident thug, Mr. 80KQ. Welcome, Q.
Good morning, all. Good morning.
On the opposite side, on the right, is our resident law enforcement or interrogator. Smiley's got a gun.
Morning. Happy everyone.
And our guest today is a crack up of a character, likes to laugh all the time. Kuru enthusiast, Bio the Hazard.
Oh,
Welcome,
yes.
welcome.
Welcome. Welcome. Evening.
Yeah,
And good morning to everybody else.
depending on where you are, our show is rolling. I think it's about an hour late in its usual time. Daylight saving kicked in, so we get that couple of weeks where we readjust on our times. I sort of
Yeah.
realised at 5 o'clock this morning and I had to message everyone and quickly go, fuck.
Wait, is it daylight savings
hey,
today?
Yeah.
I had no
yeah,
idea.
Daylight savings is in another 2 months for me.
Yeah, I don't know why they do it all differently around the world. Makes things easy. It makes things hard. Makes things real hard for the
Right.
gaming world.
Oh, you're telling me. That's why I was so adamant on making sure I had everything correct.
Yeah, that's why I sent you, hey, listen, it's going to be an X amount of hours. So we didn't do times anymore. I was like, no!
Right? Yeah, I had a brain fart earlier today when I was trying to calculate all that, and I was a half hour early.
Oh, well, that's all good. At least you got to experience a quality death match like Nadbor. Mr. Lemon's in the house too. So, Biohazard comes back from a Rust background, ventured into DayZ and got involved in the Kuru world. First of all, Bio, what made you jump from Rust to DayZ? What was the appeal?
Well, I've actually been a veteran. I'm a veteran DayZ player, actually. I used to play when it first became a mod from Arma 2,
Nice.
before Rust.
Yep.
So I've been playing DayZ forever. And Rust was one of those things that other friends were playing, and they said, "Hey, come try this." So I came and tried. I can openly admit, PvP Rust is not for me.
Not keen?
Oh.
No, it is too toxic.
Yep. Yeah,
Way too toxic.
I've heard
and,
Rust is very toxic.
It's the
Yeah.
most toxic game I've found to be out there for official servers.
Yep.
So I only go community, and that's it.
How is the community scene over at Rust since it made its way to console?
Oh, that's I stopped playing Rust on PC years ago, but since it's been on console, the advantages of Rust console, I'm gonna have to say, are a little bit higher standard than DayZ currently,
Yep.
because they have vehicles.
Yep.
And the main
They're a
kicker
lot.
is if DayZ gave us a horse like Rust, that would just be a game changer altogether.
Yep.
Wait, there's horses on Rust?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's horses,
idea.
There's horses, boats, submarines, and tugboats.
Yep. They don't have the train vehicles on console, do they? The ones that you mod and put together and yeah.
Nope.
No,
They
not
don't
yet.
have helicopters or trains yet. But they do have underwater labs. They have everything that Rust currently has except for helicopters and trains.
Yeah. Helicopter's a bit harder on console. See that in a lot of games, especially multiplayer.
Depends on the game.
So, how long have you been recently playing DayZ for?
I am. It's an off and on game, but I'm always on there.
Yep.
Uh, uh, I'm gonna say, I don't know, going on, currently going on 5 years.
Yeah, nice.
I am also part of a community that I help run. I'm an admin part with them.
Yeah, give him a plug.
All that remains.
Oh, good server. Good server.
And
Long time people. Wolfrick's been in my community for a very long time.
Wolfric and Pan
And Mr.
are
Pan Man.
awesome.
Yep.
Yes, Mr. Pan Man.
Yep. Absolute legends. Oh, well, that's good. At least you're
I've
in the
been
right
with
server. So you're plaguing their server with your cannibalism.
Yes,
Well,
yes. I've been with them for 3.5 years.
3.5, yeah. Wow.
Shit.
Quite a
Yeah.
while. Quite a while. So I've probably crossed paths with you a few times playing on AAH and their early one,
Oh God. Oh,
Reverence, I think it was. Reverence?
uh, um.
Oh, I got to try and think of their
There's
first
so
sets of
many of them.
server. Yeah, they've had a few. They had up to 7 servers at one stage.
Uh,
PvE,
yeah.
deathmatch.
PVE, PvP, death matches. There was a Northwest death match.
Yep.
A Tissy death match. AAH World Lost, which was Chinaris. There was Valkyrie Reloaded, which was Livonia.
Yep. The admins
There was
had
another one, but
each of their admins that
I
ran
forget.
the total amount had a different server. That's where Mute the Turtle came from, or
Yes.
Mute Turtle.
Oh, did it?
Shafty Turtle.
Yeah.
Shafty Turtle.
Shafty Turtle's another one that's there, but Mute's also came from there as well. So, yeah, hectic.
A lot of things have changed.
So the
A
real
lot of things
question
have
is,
changed.
Kuru is a punishment for an easy meal. Why did you embrace it?
Um, I figured it was something different, and I can drive my friends insane to the point that if they've had enough, they'll just put a bullet in me.
That's
So,
what I do.
and, and I've driven myself crazy from it.
Yeah, fair enough.
I've driven myself insane, actually. Driving on a sky highway, had enough, took a hard right, and drove right off the sky highway.
Yep.
One trip back to the north.
Yep, straight away. Oh, wicked.
Yep.
But
And then if I get back in time, what really made me get wanted to go Kuru was it's something different. Not everybody does it. I understand when you're being a cannibal, you laugh, giggle, drive people insane, make people hear you from a distance because of that giggle.
yep.
But I don't care because I look at it as this way: if I can kill a normal player by even having my twitches with my Kuru, um, shame on them for letting me do that.
Ooh, okay. I like that.
Skill issue.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you put yourself
skill
as a
issue.
disadvantage to I guess give yourself a heightened effect of the kills.
Because having the twitches is it. I've had to learn how to shoot a gun while twitching. It's not the easiest.
No.
even still now, I've been Cannibal for about 2.5 years.
Yeah, wow.
And even still to this day, it's still hard to shoot a gun. I will openly admit that.
Yep.
No problem. And also, what about having Kuru is I have a permanent heat buff. So I always stay warm.
Packing meat.
Yeah. Well,
Or does it constantly stay on when you got Kuru?
What?
when you actually have the Kuru disease, when you're actually giggling and everything, you will have a constant heat buff. It won't be very great. It'll just be a very tinsy smidge where you might have the plus sign by
Yep.
the temperature bar. But otherwise than that, I don't really get cold
Wow.
at
Wait,
all.
without
Without
packet
without
meat,
heating,
you just mean
yeah.
in general.
I guess it's the
Without
infection.
heat packs
Yeah, the
or
infection.
yeah, without having heat packs or having cauldrons or cooking pots filled with water after cooking them for heat source. I just I eat cannibals. Other cannibals, other people. I can still eat regular food because as a cannibal, you don't get all your calories just from eating human steak. You
Yep.
have to eat other food to keep your calories up. So just eating human steak just keeps the giggles and the Kuru virus in me.
But you have to
But
also eat as
food,
well.
yes, food and liquid is still a vital necessity.
Okay.
So is this like a heat thing? Is it because of because you're running a temperature sort of thing, or what?
Yes, because you're constantly running a temperature because you're sick.
Yeah.
Is that
If
for all illnesses, or is this just for Kuru? Like if we're sick with
I just for Kuru, I could still get sick.
Mm.
yeah, right.
I could still get sick. I could still take Tet and multivitamin. I could all the EpiPen, like the morphine EpiPen and the POX vial. I could still take all that and cure each infection and disease for what each of it does. But Kuru itself, the only way to cure Kuru is a bullet, or what my friends recently have come encountered with, that I tell, if you shoot me with it, it doesn't matter if you're an innocent bystander, you're collateral damage for them shooting me. My friends like to shoot me with the Cupid bolt.
Oh yeah, cure ya.
It cures every,
Yep.
and it also inflicts like a buff. I would say. For each arrow, it's about 20 minutes that the buff goes on for, and I can't get Kuru back for that 20 minutes. So each arrow, it stacks.
So they just pump you full of arrows.
Correct. They won't let me die. They just shoot me with arrows. Yeah, I could eat a bullet afterwards, but what's the point of eating a bullet and restarting? I have all my gear.
Yeah. Yep. Suppose
Yeah,
that's the
my
advantage
gear
of
is
community
easy to-
servers.
Yeah,
Yeah, 100%.
but also I can't really say that about our server anymore because things are there. They're there, just not all concentrated. They're spread far and wide now.
Yeah.
Things have Wolfpan been working their magic and doing what they need to do to make the server right. And currently the conditions are nice. No complaints. No nothing. And the only complaint I will always have this complaint. Gas. I
Gas?
want more gas.
More gas.
More gas.
You want more gas?
Yeah, I'm not allowed to exactly have gas on my server, so because I get into trouble with it. I will gas the server owner and the community owner and have no thoughts about it.
Savage.
The old poxes, they're good. You talked about the stages.
Oh, he had the toys taken off.
Yeah, he had his toys taken off him. But you talked about the stages of Kuru and the effects. Do you want to go through the stages that you go through?
There's 5 different stages of Kuru. The first stage of Kuru is just getting it. And the painstaking of after you've eaten your first few steaks, you have to wait so you can get the giggle. That's the painful part.
Yep.
Um, and the second stage is the constant twitching, along with a little bit of giggling here and there. Third stage is intervals of giggling, and from there it pretty much it's just more giggling, and the heat buff gets higher, so occasionally I'll have to strip out of my clothes to cool off.
Shit.
Because, yeah, even driving, I'll have to pull over because I'm too hot, so I'll have to take a piece of clothing or two off, put it in the backpack, or put it on the ground, sit there for a moment,
Yeah, because
just to cool off.
the cars give you a heat bonus to start off with, so
Yeah,
you're in there cooking
as well,
away,
so-
sweating, getting all sweaty behind the
yeah,
wheel.
and usually when I'm driving, my heat buff or my heat bar or period is yellow. So I'm usually constantly always sweating.
Yep.
The fourth and fifth stage is just nonstop laughter. Uh, it just gets longer and longer for the intervals of laughter.
So you're just constantly giggling.
And almost. I've gone one time. I giggled for 7.5 minutes straight.
Losing your mind.
That would have
Yeah.
driven me insane.
I would have shot you. You would never have got the 7.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Have
You
you
would have made it past
have you
Jupiter.
prolonged Kuru long enough to the point that you've just dropped dead from it? It is a brain disease, and that's what's going on.
Well, here's the kicker about that. As long as I eat it cooked, that won't happen.
Yep.
If I eat it raw, what will happen is I will constantly throw up. It doesn't matter how much food I eat. If I eat a little bit too much food, like how you get regular sickness and you have to treat yourself with TET,
Yep.
like that kind of throw up, except for it's like 3 times worse. You lose more food and water from
Eating
that
uncooked
than
meat.
what you
Yeah.
would normally.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and-
So it's if you don't cook it, it's more detrimental to you eating it raw.
Yes, it is more very detrimental, and the side effects are pretty much. You already know what you got to do if you eat it raw, because there's no stopping the puking. There's no getting better. No, none of the cures or will work. Maybe a Cupid bolt. Haven't tried it. Don't know. I can't say it does.
Yep.
It might. Probably does.
It's a good quality thing, that Cupid bolt.
Oh, yeah, that was an interesting thing that the devs put into the game, and that was one of the things that really, really pissed me off.
Everyone else
'Cause,
embraced it.
It was
All the cannibals hated it.
yeah, yep, yep.
We could finally shut our friend out without having to cause detrimental effects.
A little bit.
A little bit. Got a question for the
Yeah, just a
crowd.
little bit.
What would you think about the changes for Kuru, like make it an actual disease? Would you change anything?
That's a tough one.
Mm.
Give me a moment to ponder that real quick.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Got him on the spot. Got him on the spot.
Yeah. That I didn't kind of expect that, but changes. Hell. Let us eat it raw. and still get the same effect without having the catastrophic effect of death eventually.
Yeah, so take out the point
With,
that you're
with the
eating
side
human
effects.
meat no matter which way you cook it. The Kuru disease
Correct.
outweighs everything.
Yes.
Yeah. I know, I agree with that. I think a cannibal should be able to just murder bodies and just cut it up. We used to do it before the cooking element happened. We used to just cut up people and eat it as we walked.
Oh yeah, no. Oh God, that's not good.
No,
You don't do that.
that was the early days.
No, you do.
It's a running snack.
Well, yeah, I understand that in the early days. Even in the early days, for me, back when there was no community servers
Yep.
on Xbox, uh, I still knew about. I didn't know about boiling the whole boiling effect for boiling human steak came out. I was blown away by that.
You want to delve into that? The different cooking styles activated quicker, or
Um, Keeping it dried and baked over boiling human steak it's different. I don't know exactly by how much, but I tend to. Let's see. I'd probably already have the giggles right now
yep. If you had the
with having it
boiling,
boiled.
yeah, okay.
Yes, if it was boiled, I'd already have it. I would have already giggled about probably 5 or 6 minutes ago.
That really brings the effect on, and you've baked it and dried it, so it slowed the effects.
Yes,
Very
for all the
interesting.
fans out there, if there's fans out there watching that's Cannibal, here you go, me eating steak,
That's it.
just for you.
Get into it. Got a long paw.
Do it slower.
It's greedy. Get that greedy idea.
Oh, I am very much so. I love eating my friends.
That's it. They're the best time.
I do.
Um,
Oh,
so
they are.
so I guess you would say that the Kuru way in DayZ is a lot harder to survive, or do you think it's easier?
As far as
Mr. New Fryer in the house. Hello, good sir.
I'll openly admit, having Kuru either way is hard to live in DayZ, because you always have that fear of being shot, because you are a prime target. Anybody that hears that giggle, oh, they have to kill the cannibal,
Yes.
because
that
number
leads.
one rule. That's the number one rule anywhere. Usually, you got to kill the cannibal, unless by some mere luck they talk to the cannibal first. If they let's say have their hands up, walking forward, everything like that, you see them in your sights and all that, give them a chance.
Give a
You
chance.
never know. You might meet that one nice those nice cannibals out there that won't shoot you just for your
But they're
meat.
just gonna
That's
eat you.
it. We'll
But
invite you
they're
for
gonna-
dinner, not have you for dinner.
But here's the thing, though. Some cannibals will do that. I know a few cannibals that are like that. I kind of frown upon that. I'm a faction leader, and our faction, we kind of don't do that to our close friends. Well, I can't say that for me, because I do that to my friends no matter what.
That's it. You're not making a good case there. You're not making a very good case. Just saying.
Yeah,
It sounded like
We've lost faith.
I
it sounded
know.
like as soon as you get hungry, you're eating the nearest person.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
They're just walking meals.
I should also say, for my home on server wise, I have my own cannibal camp,
Yep.
and just for our pleasure, I have a spawn of human steak for myself. but that's besides the point. That's just a backup.
Yep.
I'd rather have it fresh from innocent victims that come in the area, or people that die to bears, or get hit by cars, or fall off a sky bridge.
like a good roadkill.
Oh yes, very good, swell roadkill.
I love it. I think it's great. So you delved into the trust issue. Are cannibals less trusted? Is having a cannibal in your party
Yes.
a death sentence?
Yes, and no to both of those questions. Can they be trusted? 50-50.
Yep. Yep.
Yes and no.
Dude,
Can you
It sounds
trust them to have
convincing.
your back?
Yeah.
Can you trust them to have your back in a gunfight? Well, when you really need them? Yes.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
Well, they got
can
two
you trust them
agendas
when
there,
you're
don't
back
you?
at- Yes, because you have a choice. Do you want to die as well for shooting one of them because they're going to shoot you,
Yep.
or do you just not want to and just play it out and actually be nice? That's the option the first option. Second option is just murder everybody.
Oh, there we
Here we
go. We got our first
There we
one.
go.
We got our first chuckle. So we're about half an hour into it, maybe a little bit longer. So there you go. There's a comparison between, the different styles of cooking it and its ability to cut on set.
Yes.
When you come up against say a new player or players on there, do you get a personality change when that occurs, when the laugh occurs? Can you pick it up? Like you're like, oh shit,
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna
yes.
watch
Oh,
myself here
yes.
because they
Oh,
know.
I've had a few occasions where I've come across other players that know who I am, let's say through Discord, but
Yeah.
they have yet to meet me on the server.
Yep.
And when they first meet me on the server, they forget that I'm a cannibal. I giggle. And usually I shut them up, in all honesty. Not to be rude or anything, but I usually shut them up and make them not want to say anything.
Yeah.
Like I make them kind of scared to say anything because I'm a cannibal.
Yep. Yep. No.
Because they don't know what my intentions are.
That's exactly right. When you I suppose run with the predator, there's a certain a certain level of distrust. You are basically walking your own.
Players,
It's
yes.
like leading a cow to Northwestern Airfield. Not only are you going to carry my gear,
That's a
but
good
I'm going to
reference.
eat you too.
Have you done that? Have you actually got someone and thought, oh, yeah, this is
I
actually going to
did
be
that
my,
to
like...
I did that to a
Like-
whole
like a
squad
mule?
of people.
Oh,
I did that
really?
to a whole squad of people.
Savage.
Oh, elaborate on that story. What happened?
We all.
What had you...
What
Did
happened?
you pick them off one by
is-
one, and no one realized
uh,
what was happening?
No, we were all in a group. I shot. I pointed a 40 mic at the ground and took us all out.
Oh.
And then come back for the feed.
Jesus.
Yes. And then I drove back in my car because I ran back to my base after about a half an hour of running, and then quickly drove up there. And I was able to get 3 out of the 6 bodies.
What a feast.
I don't really care about gear, other people's gear.
Yep.
I only care about my gear.
Yep.
I don't
Right,
care
so you're
about gear
taking down-
whatsoever. I don't care
Yeah,
about
you're-
gear whatsoever. I just want food.
You're taking down factions to eat them.
You,
Yep.
to eat them.
Yeah.
Fully geared factions with all gear.
Fuck
Nice
that.
base.
I just want
You
your
just
butt.
walking in.
I just want your leg muscle. The gluteus maximus. Your rear
Yes.
So
end.
again,
I
I
do that
taste
on
really
other
bad.
servers.
Alright?
I do that on other servers. I tend to not do that on my server because it's kind of frowned upon if the cannibal's gonna just set people up.
Yeah.
Oh.
So and because I'm also an admin too, so that would also look bad on me. But technically speaking, I have an admin account. I have my main account.
Yep.
My main account's just a regular player like everybody sitting here.
Yep.
My admin account is just for admin duties.
Yeah.
That's why it's got a 0 gamer score.
That's it. Trader, that sort of stuff. And then you got your runabout.
Correct. That is what this is.
Do you get attacked more often, or are you hunted down as a cannibal? Like, are you a target for people?
I can't say exactly I'm an... well, actually, 9 out of 10, I'm a target.
Yep.
Just because I giggle.
Yep.
And Coda ethic is shoot the giggle.
Yep. That's sorry, I brought that in. shoot the giggler.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's what the code of conduct. You kind of have to follow it.
Yeah, 100%. So what are your best tips for staying alive as a cannibal? Either on official servers or on community.
Ooh.
How do you keep
really
the
say
drive
community.
going?
How do I keep it going?
Yeah.
Community, that's a different story because each community server is different.
Yep.
So I can't exactly say too much on that aspect of keeping it going because each server is different. Each server is going to have their different cause and effects, and depends on what they got going on. Depends on if it's a straight KOS server with
It is. It just got a little bit longer.
and then
I've just noticed
the
that
laugh?
the laugh is just a little bit longer now. It's just not just a little giggle; it's a little bit of a chuckle at the end.
Yeah, and then it goes a little bit longer, and you'll eventually hear it. And intervals are 2 minutes,
Yep.
30 seconds. Don't know.
Yep.
But as far as cause and effect on official servers with having Kuru, my best advice, because I still play on official server
Nice.
as well. And the shout out to that server would be first person only, 6229.
6229. So get out there and hunt the cannibals down on 6229. Give them a little hug.
And yeah, I played Respawn Simulator with somebody the other day. Me and him kept getting the same spawn. I figured it was the same person because we kept duking it out. I kept trying to cut up the bodies as person came back in, haymaker me from behind, and then put me down. I come back, I spawn right next to him, haymaker him, put him down. We went back and forth for about probably 6 or 7 times, and then I finally put my hands up and said, "Hey, bro," in game chat, "Hey, I don't want none of this gear. I just want the humans." And he's like, "Oh, sorry, I thought you're trying to keep killing me." I'm like, "Well, you're giving me free human steak. Of course I'm going to keep doing that." He kept attacking me. And that was the nicest person I met on official server in probably 5 years.
So you became friends.
Yes, legitimately, we became friends, and we play here and there, like once or twice a week.
That's pretty
Oh,
hectic.
really?
That's the way to do it. That's the way to really make friends.
Yeah, nice.
And the kicker is he is Chinese,
Oh, sick.
so it's very hard. It is very hard to understand him.
Yep.
We use a lot of tech, either speak to text or talk to text in the Xbox party chat.
Oh yeah, cool. So you can get the flip
That's
over.
really cool. You don't come across many Chinese players, man.
No,
Like, ever.
no.
Especially on EU or US servers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best thing about this game is the multiculturalism you can get from it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
love
lot
it.
of diversity, and it really opens the possibilities to a lot of things for this game.
Yeah, big time. 100%.
I will openly agree with the devs for taking out spray paint cans in the early game of
What?
DayZ.
Why is that?
I don't
Yeah,
know
why?
if do you guys remember the spray paint cans?
Yeah.
On the real
On
reason
the-
why they removed them,
No, I don't know the reason why.
because of all the hate images, and because of I don't want to say it, but things from the Nazis and stuff and like that. The
Oh
symbol and
yeah,
everything.
swastikas.
Yeah, there you go. Those hate speech, all that was. There's a lot of profanity, obscure pictures that were being drawn and everything, and DayZ devs that's definitely something that they had to remove.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So people stepped out of just drawing penises.
That's
and got
it.
into
That's it.
Exactly. Yep.
Gotta keep it
That's
just
what-
penises, people.
That's it. Dick of balls. That's all it's gonna be if you're offensive.
Dick of
is
balls.
Let's have a little laugh, add a little hair onto it. Let's move on.
Yeah. Universal language of having a good time graffitiing your
That's it.
penis.
Yeah, but you can see
that's what's up.
you can see that with quite a few games. I believe Rust is the same, except they and even Minecraft where they have mods where you can add in real pictures. A lot of streamer style servers on Minecraft. Actually, people will put up nude pictures in the actual game up on their bases, so streamers won't come near them because they instantly get flagged of having nudity.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's how it is on
Oh.
PC Rust.
Yeah,
as
PC
well.
Rust is the same.
PC Rust
HL Rob.
is probably the number one toxic one for that.
Yeah, that's it, and that's why things like that have been taken out of DayZ.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty hectic. What's the last of my questions? Do the co-hosts have any questions for our guest? Kuru orientated?
Yeah,
just
I
one.
do. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
you go.
Yes.
Yeah, so, correct me if I'm wrong, but does it still like the males giggle and laugh, and do the females still giggle with their whimper and cry a little bit?
That's actually a good
Oh.
question. I don't know. I haven't really ever paid attention to that.
Oh,
Because
That's
I
something
know.
I can't really. I can't
That's it.
answer
Come
that,
on, hand me some
truthfully,
steak.
'cause
that's
I
it. Eat
don't
up,
know.
bruv. Eat up, bruv.
Come on, hand it over.
Get a bit of greedy in here.
There you go.
That's it.
Thank you.
Ah, so what do you say?
Actually, you can
You
just
say
grab from the backpack
the
and
female
take,
character has a
it'll take two
different
pieces.
sound cue.
Oh, two? Okay. Thank you.
It'll
Yeah,
take
well, I
two
only say
pieces
that
for you to
because
get it.
back in the day I used to play as a female, and I was constantly the same thing, living that cannibal life. And I do remember that she'd every so often have a bit of a cry.
Just a little upsetness.
Maybe that was you in real life.
That's it.
Could have been.
I
Could have been.
don't know. I know the female voice compared to the male voice is different for the giggles. It sounds different, but there's not much of a difference.
Oh, that's a good question.
It's just the voice of each character,
Yeah.
and that really defines on what that character is going to sound like. Depending on which character you have for the female and which character you have for the male, depends on what each character themselves are going to actually sound like.
No.
All right.
Each
No way.
character,
Hand over some meat.
'cause each character do
Yeah,
have,
come on.
each
Come on,
character
Q.
has their own personality.
Now, don't be asking me.
He says,
You eat
Eat the meat.
We want to
Eat
hear what
the
your body
meat.
sounds like. Look, if Grady's doing it, you have
yep.
to do it.
That's for science.
Never.
That's for science.
Take it.
By the end of the
Science.
show, we should be all chuckles.
Just feed it to him.
Oh, I nearly did suicide.
There we go. Take it, princess.
It's worse when it's boiled because it looks like death.
Oh.
Don't mind.
Don't you?
You
don't
waste
you
that
vomit
goodness.
Back up, sir.
You waste that goodness. Okay, so very interesting.
I'm sorry.
Ah.
Yeah, remember this is
Alright,
your
let's get it.
I
question.
don't
You
understand
brought.
why you're throwing up.
That's it. You brought it up, Q.
Yeah, you brought this onto yourself.
I'm sorry to say, there's a chance that you might just end up just puking all your guts out from that one puke.
Oh, okay.
There's a 50-50 chance that that's what's gonna happen.
He'll stand up and just be on a chuck fest. Yep, he's going to sleep. That's the end of his conversation. Yeah. But beautiful
But-
question there,
Have
Q.
it.
Beautiful question.
Yeah, that was a great question.
That was an awesome question because I personally don't know.
Yeah. All right, bruv. Fire away.
Just
Yeah,
giggle,
so-
just me giggling away. Just I've gotten used to it. It's a way of life for me on DayZ now. I have to giggle. I have to twitch.
You have to get a
It's
bullet.
become the base game for you.
That's it.
Yes.
All right, so I have a couple of questions. First one is something Noah brought up before. When you were talking about the temperature, how do you reckon you're going to go on the new map then? Do you think that's actually going to be a bonus being a cannibal on the new map?
Well, I heard there's a new disease for cannibal. I'm not sure exactly what that disease is, and I want
Ooh,
to
elaborate on that.
I've only heard about it. I don't know exactly what it is. Somebody told me that it could be like mad cow disease, where you actually, where like eating raw, let's say raw steak and everything, you get a infection or a brain disease from it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was
Oh, yeah.
told.
Oh, okay.
Because there hasn't been much info about Frostline except for what people can find on YouTube and everything like that,
Yeah.
or Google.
The latest disease they've got in there, or illness, is the metal contamination in the snow from the volcanic ash raining down and mixing in with the snow. It's a metal infection. Have to have
Yeah,
a
but
special
maybe talking
tablets
about,
and
like, you know, when you cut up a cow, some of them, like, the meat could be rotten.
yeah.
And
Oh,
you
for
not
the-
know about it?
Yeah, or like the
Yeah.
predator meat, maybe.
Yeah.
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 Cool.
Like any kind of raw steak, if it comes to it where you have to eat the raw steak, that's possibility of a new disease come across on there. Somebody was telling me about that, and I'm like, well, if that's the case, I'm gonna have to venture out and try this out.
It really rot that brain out.
Exactly. See how much I can really lose it.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah. So, but the cannibals though, so they're gonna have a leg up on everyone because they're gonna be able to stay warmer than everyone else.
Oh, yes and no.
Mhm.
Damp clothes, just like just like anybody else. I should say, um, myself, you, everyone in this room. If we all got wet right now, there wouldn't be much of a matter if I have a heat buff or not. I still
Yeah.
am cold because of being wet or damp. So
Okay.
I still get sick. Like I said before about having to get better if I get sick and I have to take or something from a blood infection.
Mhm.
I still have to take the medicine to get better. It doesn't just go away.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm just not immune to everything. Yes, having Kuru disease on here does have its benefits because of having that heat buff, but
Mm.
it doesn't really matter if conditions are set where you spawn in cold. You have to work your body temperature up there to be able to maintain that,
Mm.
to be able to maintain your at least yellow temperature. I mean, just above
Yeah.
yellow temperature.
Yeah, so what it sounds like is you have to be a state of normal. Anything that affects you, making you colder, will then take the buff completely out. But when you're stationary
Pretty much.
and dry and all those sorts of things, you get a slight increase
Mhm.
in temperature from the disease itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Ah.
And also, just two more questions. If you could change the actual looks of your character because of Kuru, so like a facial expression, like I don't know, bugged out eyes or whatever,
Oh,
what would you
oh,
want?
oh!
What would you want your character to look like?
Speaking of that, I already have a great reference for you. Do you know the spawnable faces that you can spawn in?
Yeah.
Oh, like the
Just
heads?
just
Just
Yep.
just just the straight heads there because there are the 7 different faces.
Yeah.
You can you can equip that, and you will have a different facial feature. Uh, you will have different
oh yeah, we
hair,
know about that one.
different facial features.
Yeah.
Uh,
We have a
Yeah,
creation
but
called Cheyenne.
yeah,
oh,
yeah, the Cheyenne.
Yes, and I say a
I have
creation.
I have a creation that I made either yesterday or the day before. Um, Half my face was white with snake eyes, and the other half was albino.
Shit.
That was my
Yeah,
creation a couple days ago.
Very nice.
nice,
Just by
nice.
just by a freak mistake.
Chucking on too many heads. What head are you getting for
Uh,
Christmas?
yeah, pretty much. But
um,
no, if I could see a change to the actual effects that it would give you for, let's say, appearance, it would be nice to look like an actual zombie, a little like a zombified a little, where like maybe my characters may be losing dead skin, my skin's starting to fall off or something.
mm,
Or my skin will change a different color, like pigmentation, to make it look like I'm like undead type, like
yeah,
those
Yeah,
like around
nice.
those
A little bit
lines for
grayer.
appearance. That's yeah, a little bit gray, a little bit more gory looking. That's what I would like, but it's DayZ. I can't
That's
get my hopes
I
up.
think
similar to
I
the
just think with the
Halloween update.
smile though, like I just think the smile, like you should have one of those really over exaggerated
Like a
smiles,
Joker
you know,
smile.
I
No,
like a Joker smile,
Yeah.
like a
the
really
wolf mask.
contorted
The wolf mask
smile.
puts in a prime example for that, for the the bloody stitch smile on the wolf mask, something like that too. Just on the character, on my character itself.
Yeah.
That would be a great appearance because that would show I'm a cannibal. I'm eating something that's bloody.
Well,
Yeah.
that's true. So
Yeah.
what about a onesie outfit to represent a cannibal? What would that look like?
I don't know. I don't know about answering that question.
Because it's probably made out of human flesh.
Yeah, that's it. You gotta stitch it together with bodies.
Yeah.
Well, in all honesty, what I'm wearing is kind of what my primary outfit is.
Yep.
Just the pants and not the press vest, because God, this thing sucks. But it does protect from a bullet, because an assault vest is not going to protect you from nothing.
Yep. 100%.
But it's all blue gear, blue cargo pants, blue mountain backpack, and assault vest with butt pack. That's my primary loadout.
Well, chat says you should be wearing a meat suit made up of human meat.
Like Lady Gaga's one.
Yep.
I actually have a loadout on All That Remains that is called the Leatherman.
Yeah, nice.
You're dressed in all leather. You have human stake, crossbow, bolt with bolts, and you get 5 pox vials as well.
Oh, nice. Nice.
That is my loadout. And so you definitely start out as a cannibal for that loadout.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's
leather
real
outfit
cool.
would make sense actually.
Yeah. Made out of skin.
One more question for you.
Yeah, fire away.
Shoot.
Sparkling water or tap water?
Depends on what the type of sparkling water it is.
Oh, that's tight.
Oh, it's just terrible flat. Yeah, it's not flavoured, mate. It's just stated terrible old sparkling water.
That's it.
Yeah.
Sparkling water, like as in that they add in with like seltzer and shit like that. Sorry about the language.
No, but
Yeah. So
Um,
basically just carbonated water.
no, so that kind of seltzer. I'd rather drink tap water.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers. 100%. Straight out of the hose. Gives it that extra rubber taste.
Yep.
Yep. 100%. Oh, well, that was a good little one-on-one interview. So we appreciate you sharing, Mr. Bio.
Great to be here.
Oh, we do appreciate it. And if you can always go hunt him down. I mean, go and meet him at Oil That Remains. The server's on my Discord. It's a good server. We were on there quite recently, burling around on the Sky roads and stuff like that.
I heard you were on there. I was unfortunate to miss that. Heard you were on there for like 4 hours having the time of your life.
Yeah, launching cars off the edge of that sky bridge and driving around and all sorts of shit. It was good. Very, very good. Good server to play if you want to get into faction style, with plenty of mods on it.
We do, and there are. I will shout out for this one.
Yep.
There are coastal PvE towns. And where the rest of the map is PvP, certain areas are PvE zoned. So if you so happen to kill somebody in that zone, there's a chance that you will be banned because there's a ban on kill in PvE safe zones.
So I mentioned just social aspects. It's where you go, chill, talk, catch up with people, banter.
There's all sorts of things you can do.
Yeah.
All sorts of things you can do. The community is a wonderful place to be. you'll meet all sorts of interesting people. I'm not the only cannibal.
Yep. You run into a few.
And he is actually the one that got me to wanting to be more cannibalism. And what I mean by more cannibalism is friends dear to me. You all are meat to me.
Endless supply of meat and food when you've got friends with you along for the ride.
Yes.
100%.
Yes, and they're willing to sacrifice. They're 100% willing to sacrifice.
Or they don't get a choice.
No, I let them have a choice.
Let them have a
you
choice.
let them have a choice?
I let them have a choice. I won't. The only way my friends die intentionally, Cupid bolt.
Yep.
Cupid bolt, everybody dies.
Once they cure him.
Oh, I see.
You hear me? We have problems.
Can I ask, have you ever had like an actual fallout with someone because of your cannibalism? Like someone that was a friend and then because of it, it's actually drove your friendship apart?
I can't say it drove our friendship apart. It just... I shot him as collateral damage because I couldn't shoot the other person that was constantly shooting me, and me and him we were messing around, and a buddy of mine was building, and because I couldn't see the other one on top of the police station, I shot him in the face while he was building. And things kind of went sideways a little bit, but we put things are what they are, and we just vouched that we won't shoot each other no more.
A little tension in the crew. Tension in the crew, and it finally went. Yep.
Like we are not allowed to point guns at each other. We are not allowed to kill each other.
Mm-hmm.
You're on restrictions.
Very high.
Restrictions.
Yes. For good.
I think that if we were like that, like in our group, we would just seem weird if we weren't killing each other. We weren't giving it our all. We
Accidentally killing each other.
Right.
Just between one of us.
If we don't get a few deaths along the way for our friends.
Oh, I'm gonna definitely shout out here to Mr. Wolfric for killing his friends. Sky Highway, he's got a car full of people. He can't slow down because one of the roads that come down to the off ramp, and he's already doing mock Jesus.
Yep.
Instead of slowing down a little bit, he just holds the trigger all the way, pedal to the floor, and
there's some sharp turns.
No, we hit the ground at 160.
Shit.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
Yep. I rage quit that night.
Lost his gear.
I didn't care.
No.
Gear is whatever. Not to me. Life of a cannibal. Don't be worried about dying.
Yep. Life of anyone in DayZ. Don't be worried about dying. You hear the giggles, shoot them.
Don't be worried about your gear.
You may get eaten. Or get onto your mic and say hello. You may make yourself a friend.
Exactly. You're limiting your experience if you... Yeah.
Yep. Try it all.
Get out there.
9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. The cannibal will be friendly if you speak up first. He just wants your leg. He doesn't want all you. Just an arm. Just an arm and a leg. Just a finger. No, but that's just a little taste.
That's a good aspect into the world of Kuru and, cannibalism in DayZ. It is a big part of DayZ, and not many people venture into it. So, if you can get a nice high pop server, you might be cruising through and be able to take out quite a few people for a delicious, delicious treat. But Mr. Buyer, appreciate you coming out and sharing about Kuru. We're going to move across now
Not a
to...
problem. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's an absolute legend, absolute legend. We're going to move across to some co-host business, and then I've got a little business of my own. But I'll let you guys go first this time.
Alrighty. Q, you wanna kick it off?
Well, it's kind of short and sweet this week. They'll say there was going through my mind about Sakal. And with it being a cold, snowy map, right, how are we going to grow gardens? So is that going to remove gardening from Sakal? Because, in all honesty, you can't grow in the snow. So, does
Ooh.
that now push the movement for the greenhouses to actually be used more?
Ah.
Oh.
Yeah, my mind went straight to the greenhouses. I thought, oh yeah, we're gonna have to use the greenhouses.
Or are they
Greenhouse
going
is
to
really the
overlook?
only way.
Yeah, or would they overlook that detail and just let us grow in the snow?
That's a great question.
I don't know. Yeah.
Mine thinking about that.
I'm probably thinking they're going to overlook it because the mechanics
Yeah,
are just
I'm
going to be
thinking
pushed
so too.
I
across.
hope they don't.
Yeah, because
I
it
hope
would
they
be,
don't
it would be
overlook
awesome.
it.
Because
Yeah.
a lot of people don't utilise the greenhouses enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Greenhouses are a good thing. You miss out on one single plot, but hey, once you water the whole thing, it's fine.
Yep. It's permanent.
Do they grow faster in greenhouses? I've never actually
Less chance of disease.
selected.
Yes, less chances
More yield.
of.
Ah.
You don't have as much wind damage,
Yep.
like the elements, because you put it in a controlled area. I use greenhouses all the time. I
Yep.
grow all vegetables, and much better than a garden plot on the ground.
Hands down. As I said, you don't get the disease factor, so you can make pest spray with disinfectant and bottled water. So spray disinfectant and bottled water will give you pest spray. But yeah, the gardening side of it isn't really, explored like Kuru. That's another line of DayZ that's not really heavily explored. It's put a plot down, throw some veg into it, wait around and go. Grab whatever yields out.
It was only a month or so that I realised that you could plant potatoes.
Yeah. Yep. The potato that
I
you're
have
eating
hor-
is
I have horrible
the
experiences
seed.
with
That's
that.
why you peel it, because it takes it from a seed to an edible.
Yep, that's actually something I just learned just recently. Actually, I always tried planting a peeled potato.
Yep. Don't
And I was
work.
told no, you're supposed to. Don't work. You just wasted your seed.
Yep. But that's why you
So I
can't
don't-
eat an unpeeled potato, but you can eat an unpeeled apple.
Oh yeah, but
I mean, that's still I kind of hate that mechanic. If I'm starving, I'm going to eat that potato. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I don't have
Yeah.
enough, I can't peel potato, I'm going to starve.
I don't want to eat the eyes, not potato eyes. No! I'm starving hungry, but I need a knife.
Oh yeah, that's the other dilemma that you always run into. If you have a potato, 9 out of 10, you don't got something to carve it.
Nope.
that used to be like with the chickens. You could kill a chicken, but you couldn't pick them up.
Yeah, you had to take the knife to
so
it.
Then you had to take the knife to it, kill the chicken, cut her up, and then on your way. But yeah, it's such a weird mechanic actually that they didn't put in to start with.
Nah. There's a lot of mechanics like that that then follow through later on, which we're going to find in Shakal itself. there'll be a lot of stuff that leads on to other mechanics that they input in later on. It's not going to be a finished product. It's going to be a very plain start off the, a well textured, beautiful map with a good weather mechanic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what the fishing mechanic's going to be like.
Oh, I love the fishing. I think it's good. The new style fishing's good.
Yeah. They certainly changed it from what it used to be.
Yep. But
There's new fish?
New fishing mechanic, caviar, trout.
Oh.
Yeah, Peasant's going to get all classy. He's just going to have a bag of caviar. Just be issuing it out to people for a quick
Great to have the
hungy.
caviar.
Quick hungy. Want some food? Give us a hungy.
We'll be sitting in that freaking hot springs, eating up that caviar.
Go.
Kings.
That'll be the first podcast. The first podcast, caviar and hot springs. DayZ hot tub stream.
Yeah.
So, you're more welcome to come and join us if you like.
I reckon that would be that would be wonderful.
Yeah, we get the whole community in. And get everyone in that's been with the show and is available for the show to come down and chat. So hot springs, strip down to your tidy whities and eat caviar while we sit back and chat. All right,
Dine on vodka and
dive.
caviar.
That's it.
Living the high life on DayZ.
That's it. Are we all good for questions, brother? Did you do your questions? Your biz?
No, you've got my TikTok. I thought it
TikTok.
might have been appropriate for today. I've sent it to you. Yeah, it's on your big sword. But this one I chose for a reason. But we'll talk about. I think we're going to talk about that afterwards. So anyway, maybe this will be a good one to lead into.
To
what you
ignite
wanted
it
to
up.
mention your biz. Yeah.
All right, let's head across.
You ran off into the bushes, mate. I saw a light fall out the sky. I'm chasing it. Aren't we all chasing the light, mate? Looking everywhere to find it. Everywhere but within. Just do good things and good things will happen to you, mate. So how do I do it? How do I turn my dreams into reality? What's the first thing anyone does before they start their day? You wake up.
Hello there, Mr. Caterpillar. There's a lot going on out there, mate. Tell you what, you and I are just a little speck compared to what's going on out there. But don't worry, mate. No matter how small or insignificant that might make you feel, you're still amazing.
Oh, he does some absolutely wicked content, that bloke.
There you go. So that's my TikTok for the week, bruv. I chose this one specifically. So that's Adzalem, if peeps don't already know who he is. If you live in TikTok land like I do and a lot of others, you definitely would know about Adzalem.
Yeah,
He has
and Instagram.
54k followers. 54k followers.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
some
nuts.
of his top TikToks reach 93k, 98k, 92k, 79k. I could go on. I mean, they're just, the views that he's getting from these TikToks. As you saw, works of art. Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautifully done.
Beautifully done.
And
depict DayZ
beautifully.
completely.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And he is a console player. And, yeah, TikToker. And anyway, I think that's going to lead into, just keep that in mind. Those things, keep that in mind.
Yep.
When Bruv talks about his business. So, anyway, take it away, Bruv.
All right, so this is going to be a bit of a rant, and the Peasant doesn't often get onto a rant, but it's going to be a hell of a rant. So, as we know, Friday, well, actually a week prior, the DayZ devs announced that they're going to do a streamer creation event where they're going to get the creators and the streamers in the community to come out and test Sakao previous before launch. The first week we'll go to all the major streamers to come on and run it, and then the second week we'll go to press week and some of the modders, and then they'll update the newest version and release it to the rest of the crew. So obviously, being a major fan of the game, I applied. I got accepted for the both weeks. So not only the press run, but also the big run. So with all the major streamers. Super excited. Woke up yesterday. I was fucking pumped all day. Started making a few plans. Wanted to get the podcast involved with obviously what was going on. Suggested about organising a podcast for the very last day and getting, my co-host in with all the Xbox crew and sitting around and talking about their experiences over the last 2 weeks, and of course seeing the loot that they've got, if they've got any extra loot or new stuff. But then I was hit with some news that probably pretty much turned my mood from super excited to absolutely disastrous. The event is for PC only. So there are no Xbox servers. There are no PlayStation servers. There are only PC servers. I was told that there won't be any PC servers. Now, if you go through the dev blog, and I watched it end to end, all 45 minutes, and I'll probably have to go back to requote, but I don't think it was mentioned in there that it was PC only. It wasn't mentioned on X that it was PC only. Nowhere in the application form or on the website on Lurkit was there anything to do with PC only. And when you did the application, it actually gave you the options for what platform you roll on, whether PlayStation, PC, phone, Xbox, and there was a fifth one. So I only selected Xbox itself. So after getting accepted, after passing all the criteria, and we're going to talk about the criteria, which is what Bruv touched base on. I was then told that I needed to be on PC to be actually play. Now, this really put a bee in my bonnet. As I said, nowhere was it to actually say it was PC only. It did say they'll go manually through all the applications and check out the actual people applying. If that was the case, then why did I get accepted? And when countering and responding back and talking about it, one of the responses I got was, I guess you'll have to try PC. Now, console being 2/3 of this community of DayZ world, being probably the last instance of major injections of funds from Livonia and the game over the last 6 years, and then the outburst and the cry that went out on DayZ Unite, I was at the point where I was going to delete my accounts and quit. I honestly, after copying that yesterday, I was a bit rough on the stream last night. I wasn't even in full mindset. I didn't sleep very well last night because I was ready to unload onto this. But to me personally, it felt like the console community isn't as important as the PC world. The solutions that I gave out on ways that they could actually at least put the console people or at least the Xbox people into the same bouts. We have experimental runs on its own accounts, its own stuff. It sits idling between every update. It's not used to be played for. It doesn't even have the updated versions on it. They could easily wipe what's on there, put the Sakao server on there, and have console people or at least Xbox people out there. The other thing is with the process of actually applying, you had to have 1,000 on YouTube and 1,000 on Twitch. Now, as Bruv says, a lot of the console DayZ community uses TikTok. There's a large number that not only stream but produce content on TikTok, and they weren't even taken into account. You could easily fill a server of 45 with the amount of people that were in TikTok alone that create. And that's just on TikTok alone. So that was hella disappointing. I also know that a lot of the modders won't be coming in. A few modders got invited to the second week, but a lot of the modders won't be coming in. Now, from a DayZ point of view, you know, modders saved this game back in the early days and kept the popularity around. What really did it for me is the announcement that they brought back YouTubers and content creators and streamers that hadn't played the game anymore, that had given up and moved away from the game, and they had said to them, listen, you know, we're going to do this, come and we'll give you a CD key, we'll give you a Steam key, we'll give you everything you need, we'll set you up. But the community that was there, the PlayStation people, the Xbox people who have really been waiting for this, who have really been waiting to actually touch snow. Not just the decals that we've substitute, not just the hurricane weather that we've created to try and cause, you know, a weather differential. Like, this is our first time to actually load in and start a server on snow and touch snow and feel the cold, and they've directed all their light to the PC world once again. Once again, they've come through and the PC world takes it all. And to be told that the only way to do it was to experience PC, my number one rule is I am console for life. I am not going to sacrifice my stance on being a supportive and a role model for console and a voice for console just to, you know, get a taste of the new server. As much as I want to get in there, and over the last say 24 hours, I've been tossing up what to do, and I put my stance down that I won't be streaming it. I won't be pre-recording anything. I won't be touching Sakao servers until console has Sakao servers. It really pissed me off. It really, really pissed me off. It's a big kick in the guts for console, not only for Xbox, but for PlayStation as well. They already don't get the experimental. But there are hundreds and hundreds of creators out there who slave their ass off, who put the time in to help promote the servers and the business of DayZ. And I honestly think that this is a major slap in the face. I think they're going to lose a lot of people not only on the console side, but you're going to have PC streamers comparing it to a server which has interdimensional travel, biomechanic suits compared to what they are. So everything's going to be related to Namalsk or Winter Chinaris or Winter Livonia. Yeah, very highly disappointed. Like your thoughts on that?
Where do we start?
Yes.
Where do we start?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Well,
exactly it.
Right.
That last point exactly is that this should have been. This is really for console. I mean, anytime that like DayZ put anything on Twitter or X, I should say,
Yep.
or any like social media, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be something as, hey guys, we've got a new t-shirt. And you look at the comments and you just straight away, there's always those couple of peeps that will comment, when will console have snow?
Yep.
Console have
Right.
snow. It doesn't, it can be something so irrelevant that, you know, they'll do a live stream and then straight away peeps will be on there, when will console have snow? I mean, we've been asking for this for years. They know that. This is a big event for console. It should have been celebrated more on console than any other platform. Like it just blows my mind. And you know, I read that comment that Marx has put on Scale Speeder's YouTube. If you haven't already checked it out, jump over to Scale Speeder's
Yeah, he's got a YouTube on it.
channel. And he's made a YouTube on it. And Marx has put, oh, because you know, Steam's just like easier to work with. You know, it's you know, basically it was too hard. It was too hard for us. You know, too many limitations for Microsoft, Sony to arrange a pre-order. Fuck off. Like, fuck off, really. Because I know that sounds harsh. Sorry, probably edited that out later.
Nope.
Bruv. But seriously.
No, it's dead set right.
It
I
is.
agree.
I mean, how many games have pre-orders out there? It can't be that hard, peeps. We're talking about little independent indie games get freaking pre-orders on there, and you can't arrange, or we ran out of time? Are you joking? Are you joking? Like, it should have been the number one priority. It should have been there in the forefront, and this would have been, this opportunity right here would have been to actually celebrate console, give us a, like, put us in the spotlight for once and celebrate with us this awesome thing that we have wanted for so long. We have been so grateful that we're getting this, and this is how we're treated. Like, it's
Yeah.
just, oh, sorry. I'm going to mute for a sec. I'm
No.
like really worked up now.
Good rant. No, it's good rant. Good rant.
So it's fucked. It's fucked
Well,
up. Do
It
better.
is.
Do better.
Do better.
Really.
I
Li-
agree. I fully agree. Considering how much money console has put into the company over the past 2 years compared to PC version. You know, the PC version, what? You buy the game once, that's it. You don't pay for your new mats, nothing else. Whereas you come to console, and we've got people that are constantly paying for Game Pass, so you're getting money almost every month from fucking Microsoft as a kickback for it. Not only that, but we've had to pay for Livonia, and I don't understand it either. I really don't.
And
It can't have been
and the
that hard to
price-
set up.
and the price just went up for Game Pass. So
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it did.
Yep.
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 It's expensive.
so
as fuck.
that's also another kicker that they make their
Well,
money
but
no
it's-
matter what from Game Pass. Period.
You see,
Well,
I
give everybody.
I
Go
keep
for
the
it.
Game Pass for the simple fact is I want to help keep supporting Bohemia. I could go out and buy the game, one off, done. But
Yep.
the way that I look at it is if I keep paying for Game Pass, I'm trickling money back into Bohemia to keep them happy.
Yep.
You know? So it does fuck me off when yet again we've got the fucking short end of the stick.
Yep. 100%. 100%.
I
Exactly.
can
And this-
definitely agree with that.
And this
Because
could
I'm
have
one of
been
those
the
people.
time. It could have been the time where they brought us all together, all platforms. It
Yeah.
didn't, you know, regardless of what platform you're on, this could have been the shining moment where we were all even.
Yep.
We're all having the same experience. And I know I've used this as an example before, because someone has just mentioned about in the chat about you know, focusing because you've got the big PC streamers.
Yep.
Well, the thing is, this is a good example of why there are big PC streamers compared to console, because they are constantly getting the light shined on them
Yep.
all the time. Like, and as a,
PC
yeah,
gets
this is
handed everything.
yeah, so where console streamers aren't. And here's the thing, like I used as an example when we've talked about this previously, like let's look at women's sport. Let's look at women's sport what it was 10 years ago compared to what it is today. Now, like they just weren't like, putting it on live TV, or they just weren't putting any money into it. They had no backing. They weren't having any light shone on them at all. And then that changed. That has
Yep.
changed. Specifically, like in the last 2 years, there's so much women's sport on there now. People are knowing their household names out there now. And all because they changed it so that, hey, let's shine a light on this. This is like, that's what they need to do. Like, they need to
Let's back our people.
start promoting back our people.
Yep.
Yeah, highlight highlight the Adzalums out there. That's beautiful work. He's done that all by himself. Like, no support, no
No.
help, no promotion from, any Bohemia or anything. He's done that himself. So imagine what we could do, or imagine how big Adzalem would be if he had even just a little bit of more
Fucking hell.
fucking love out there.
And to say,
Fucking Christ.
if you were to say that I was big in the console community, his content is 1,000,000 times better than anything that I can put out. Like, if I had content like he does, I would be a happy man, because he just does fantastic content, and there's no reason why someone like that shouldn't be in Chicago doing the preview, because he does a different way of his content.
What he would make.
Yeah, he does a different aspect of it. He does a lot about, DayZ friends, and I like the funny ones where it's, you're the unemployed friend who's waiting for everyone else to get home from work, and they're just standing around cooking fires and doing remedial stuff, not actually going for adventures, just doing remedial stuff. And he takes a good aspect of the community that a lot of us do. A lot of us hang around and wait for our mates to get online, and a lot of us don't go for the adventure because we want to go for the adventure with our mates. So,
Right.
another TikTok creator, Clutcher. Clutcher's he's streaming TikTok all the time. He has a high view count. He runs the Stranded DayZ community server on Xbox. Like, where is he? Why isn't he on there?
Exactly. And that's the thing as well, like they don't understand is that, like, and talking now about like the TikTok peeps, so they were only given two choices. You for the requirements to get into the pre-order or the event, had to have 1,000 followers on either YouTube or Twitch. TikTok weren't even in the equation at all. And that blows my mind. I mean, because there are either TikTok people or YouTube people. I'm a TikTok person. I spend I hate to admit, hours on there just, scrolling. It's like where I go to like just turn off, and I just, just get into TikTok.
Get into the
TikTok
death
land. Love it.
scrolls.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas
Doom
YouTube
scrolling.
is the only time I go on YouTube is to look up how-to videos. That's it. I'm not a YouTuber,
Yeah.
So they've just cut out, I don't understand where you got majority of players on DayZ who play DayZ a console. You've got a lot of, oh my God, I don't know what the stats are, but TikTok over there is flooded with DayZ content.
Flooded.
And they have taken those two things away. Like, it's just, it just blows my mind that they just didn't bring that into the equation. It's so
100%.
frustrating.
On it says they seem to
I
only
think
be
someone-
interested in the big PC streamers more and more the last couple of years. Anyone else's opinion doesn't even get a reply off them most of the time. Brennan says nothing new. Yep, was expecting better this time round. Brennan said, expecting a buggy Shakal probably will be postponed. And this is the thing Scale Speeder brought up, that it was a very interesting point. We don't know what Shakal's going to be like. If you've got top of the line PC, it's going to run everything. But if you've got an Xbox One and X, if you've got a PlayStation 4, if you've got even the Xboxes, the new Xboxes, you're never going to see how it runs. You're going to have to go and buy it to see how it runs. Which is not what they're doing for PC. For PC, they're putting out a big demonstration and, you know, showing everything off and being able to show different streamers with different machines, from your highest grades who have, you know, 10K machines to your lower grades who are, you know, still kicking around on the odd laptop.
You know,
Yep.
the one thing this actually makes me think of is when they had their event a couple of months ago to announce Sakal coming, to announce Frostline, where they picked 11 people, right? And we talked about how they overlooked console people then.
Yeah,
and just
DayZ
took
Unite.
a lot of PC streamers, all right? So, and the conclusion we came up with that why they did that was because they were trying to push it to PC, because they know we're going to buy it.
Yep.
But they need to convince the PC world to buy it.
Yep.
Which again just goes to show that, you know, they're favouring PC over us constantly.
Or rather than market it into
PC always
their...
gets everything.
Yeah, I think it's their marketing
console.
people. I think they see
Yeah.
that, you know, console will buy anything, so we don't have to more worry about them. Let's put our interest into the PC world, because, I mean, they're essentially fighting against their own devs. I mean, the inventor, the maker of Namalsk works for him. So he's taking...
Yeah.
He's building his own map on the background. I think it's finished now, but... and then they've got their one coming out. Now, if I was DayZ and I looked at Namalsk versus Frostline, Namalsk is going to shit all over it. It's got a teleportation system. It's got A1, A2, A3. It's got the off fucking alien stuff. Like,
It's got a lot more out there than Frostline does.
100%. It's
Even
like...
more reason to focus it on console.
Yeah,
Even more reason. I
100%,
reckon.
bruv. It's like they're
Well,
marketing Barbie
that's
to
the
the
way I
boys group.
Yeah.
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 It just actually I think someone does comment on that scale speeder video exactly that about how, hang on, I had it a second ago, how it's about like with marketing. Here it is here. Where is it? I'll skip all these fucking other comments that have just pissed me off. But they talk about, basically in a nutshell, like from a marketing perspective, this is just insane.
Yeah.
It's just insane.
Just crazy.
I'll see if I can find it anyway.
Like
Yeah.
in marketing generally, you are selling something to what people already have. It's like what's the thing? Selling ice to the Eskimos. Although they're called something else now. But yeah.
Yep. Inuits, please.
Inuits, sorry. I'm old school. The saying goes, selling ice to Eskimos.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it just
Yeah,
comes
actually, I
down
found-
to they know we're going to buy it, so they don't care.
Yeah, so either way, they just want to let us know when it's going to come out, but they're not going to tease us with anything. They're just going to hand PC everything like they have always done. Doesn't matter what game it is, PC has always handed it first.
Yeah.
And the thing that really kills the PC version comparing to console is what the devs of Microsoft just need to allow is certain games allow mods for certain games, because certain games already have mods for Xbox,
Correct.
and that is the biggest kicker on reason why they give PC everything.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
larger community that have backed them for quite a while. But I think also,
Also, PC's also kind of been hot for forever, so
yeah, but there
Yeah, well,
are.
this is... sorry.
No, you go.
Oh, just found that comment. So I don't know who Mikey36 is. Shout out to Mikey. But he's put here, said, I still say the developers have little respect for console players compared to PC. Sorry, this is one of the comments on Scale Speeder's
Yep.
recent
His latest
yeah,
video that's out.
YouTube that he's put out. Yeah. And it says, also, yes, in this day of age of digital downloads, there's no real reason to pre-order. But you're wrong and saying there's limitations on consoles. Consoles developers all the time have pre-orders, even for DLC.
Yep.
That is so true.
Yep.
You can do it all the time. I've done it on numerous other DLCs. As a company, you would think for a business decision, they would want console players to be able to pre-order. Lock them into the DLC, lock them into spending their money before they spend it on something else. It's good business 101. Also, stream after stream, you guys never mention it could not be wish listed on consoles.
Yep.
that's a good
So
point. That's a very good,
very
valid
big point. Very good point.
Yep.
So solutions put towards them. I did talk to him about putting it on experimental. The final and the last answer I got was there's too many restrictions between Sony and Microsoft to be able to put the same event onto console. So,
That makes
yeah,
That makes no sense.
no. They can
You know,
they can
no,
change up the
whatsoever.
versions of the Nitrado experimental like they did. They changed the hunting servers where we've got the crossbow and you've spawned in with the crossbow and stuff like that. We had the fighting servers and they had them side by side with normal servers. So there's no reason why they couldn't upload it onto one, whitelist every console creator on Xbox and let them run sick for 2 weeks.
Yeah. At one point in time, I remember on experimental having the aircraft carriers on a console on experimental and actually going there.
Yep.
Those were sick. For those events like that. Oh yeah, that was sick. That was probably the best thing that I've ever seen DayZ do is introduce an event like that and showcase it on their experimental server just to see how it would test and run. It ran great. Yeah, it had. Every good thing has its flaws.
That's right.
And glitches. So that's why it's on the experimental server.
100%.
And with the experimental server, the one thing that really irks me very much is if experimental on console currently showcases Frostline for the store on the left-hand side, and yet it's not in the store.
Nope.
Why advertise a tease like that?
Yep.
And for us not to fucking pre-order it right off the bat, right from there.
100%.
Well, that's the
Why
thing. I
tease it
think
at
someone
all?
fucked up. I think it was either overlooked or fucked up. I think someone, you know what I mean? Because it doesn't make sense otherwise. Like,
No.
I just generally think that they just overlooked it. I don't think it even, I don't think they even thought about it.
No, and that's the same thing.
That-
I think that's the same thing with this streamer event too. They gave Lurkit the ability to do all. They partnered with them to be able to then later bring other stuff for streamers to do. But even with me connected to that, I still
need liquid.
in his drink. It still can't function for a console to be able to earn the streaming stuff that you get. So what Lurkit is like a quest or a key. So you'll be given, it's where streamers can go. You can get a key to a game and play it for X, Y, Z, and then you get bonuses and stuff from it. And then you use those coins to be able to buy stuff or buy games. So that's who they've partnered with. Now they're going to bring out a whole heap of stuff. For streamers to be able to fulfill and complete and to earn coins off the game. But is this all just going to be PC orientated? That's all I can see.
Yeah. I mean, like it has a big section for Xbox games. You can go on there and select Xbox games to do this for. So it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
Why DayZ haven't got it in that section.
So, yep. Well, that's my 50 minutes of business. So, as I said, 1st of October, they are starting their streams for their big event. I got keys to both weeks. I won't be streaming it. I won't be hopping on. As much as it would be a cool to jump into with people like the Running Man and all those big boy streamers that run around. No, I'm not even going to sell it. I'll just run it through, and then when I get the retail key, I'll use that to use for customizing. Saves me buying it for on PC. But as much as I would like to, run with all the big boys, Holly Rex, Lax, all that sort of stuff, I find it'll be a massive dishonor to my console community. Not only that, I don't even know if you can play controller on a PC. So if I get onto the keyboard, I'll get fucking owned. And I don't want to be look at the console.
You can play.
You can.
You can
You can.
use
100%.
controller.
You can. Oh yes.
Yeah.
You can use controller.
Oh yes.
So.
But still.
Oh yes.
It's not the point. We should have had a console run. We should have a console, and I'm going to stand in protest. And I'll take their fucking Shakal PC version and use it. I might even, depending on what happens, I don't know the legal aspects of it, but if I can, I'll give it away. I'll give it away to someone in my community who's a console person who uses the editor, and I'll give it away that way. But massive kick in the guts from DayZ. They need to do better. They need to look at their entire community and really understand who they kicked in the guts. And if they want just people to port across to PC, then stop producing the game on consoles. Say, well, let's do what 7 Days to Die with, and say, that's it, we're done, we're going to PC only.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't see how that works out for them.
It's saying that. Could that be a bit of the problem? Do they possibly know that it's not going to run very well on console, and they don't want that streamed out there?
Yeah. This is that, or will the servers, will the Nitrado servers run the shit because the PCs aren't there to help the game run? The console's only one setting, so it relies heavily off the server itself, whereas PC can take a bit of the heat off it and make it run a little bit better.
Yeah. I just don't think it was considered.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't even think it was.
I don't think it was
considered.
No.
They overlook console like they always do.
Yep. And then for
there
them
are so many other games out there, little tiny games that we've never even heard of before, that are out there that you can get a pre-order.
Yep.
Even for a DLC.
Yep.
On Microsoft. So for them to come back and say, "Oh, it was too hard." Nah, get fucked. No, it wasn't. You just didn't do it.
Yeah.
You didn't want to do it.
Their whole event and everything was scheduled towards PC. Their biggest clientele is PC. And if they want that, if the console world is just to draw you across to PC, hence why they talk about their modders and they emphasize their big streamers, then they are completely and utterly showing that.
Yeah, and you know what? And I hope, bruv, I hope what you said comes true. You know, as a little bit of freaking karma, I hope that the footage that actually comes out, or what people are going to say in the community is the PC peeps will compare this to what they already have,
Correct.
and it would actually be shined in a negative light. Whereas if they actually had it more open for console, it would be, oh, I think I compared it last night to, it'll be like watching man walk on the moon for the first time. That's how big of a deal
100%.
this is for console peeps. For console peeps to put boots on snow is the biggest thing that we have wanted for years, and we will be
Yes.
like pumping that out there like on so much
The
social
awe
media.
of amazement.
How much?
Screw
The
that
awe of
holographic snow.
amazement. You'll be able to see the smile through their goddamn fucking character's face. How fucking awesome this is for console people. So anyway, Bohemia,
And
good luck. Good luck with your
And on
PC
top of
peeps.
that,
Hope they promote it how you
Yeah. How you want them to.
right?
how you want
But
to promote it.
And on top of that, PC already has 20 plus maps.
Yep.
As to where console, they have 2. And with releasing Frostline, yeah, that would be great. But if they would have given us Namas, that would have been even better.
Yeah, just carbon copying the
So-
Mail Scout.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
character is crying.
Really?
Oh, yeah, she's upset.
She's a little upset about what's been going on. But yes.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say I hear everybody's giggling away over.
Yeah, I'm
around me.
cracking. Here we are talking about serious stuff, and our characters are laughing their asses off.
Yeah. We may be
So
doing
yeah,
that.
no pre-orders for console, no events for console.
And this one over here, holding the gun to his head,
He's going to be the next meal.
He's sick as well, so. Oh no, he's sick as
Oh.
well.
So, you won't see the
tell
peasants
you.
on the Shikao early. I'll refuse it. I'll get in contact with DayZ and see if I can maybe pass on the key that they'll give me to another streamer that missed out that wants to get on PC. There's no point having the key and holding on to it when somebody else can use it. I'm not that greedy.
Right.
But I will.
Actually, you know what? Or if we could give it to a coder.
Well, this is the other thing when it comes to the world of PC. Do they know that people are going to extract the files? On console, you can't. You can't. It's so much more secure. They could whitelist the server, drop the files of everything that's coming out in you, and we could only see it and touch it. We couldn't actually get the file out and show it off and pull it out and try and have a look. But
That'd
yeah.
be like a builder's object. That'd be like a builder's object where you can see it, but you can't interact with it or anything.
That's it. Exactly right. Where do I
That's exactly
send
what
the
it
feed
is.
pics?
It
Josie, if I
is
get
a
it, I'll
builder's
play it for
item
chess.
in the editor.
Yeah, keep going.
I've learned that watching Pan.
Bad editor.
Yeah, watching Pan doing editing.
But yeah. But yeah, that's my little rant for the for the year. Maybe I might get a second one in. Depends what happens. But does anyone want to add anything to that?
Bohemia.
Anyone in the chat want to add
Bohemia, they'll
anything
do
to that?
something.
Yeah.
I just want to say that peeps out
Fuck you,
there.
Bohemia.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. Fuck you. And also, anyone watching this, speak out.
Yeah, get on the
Your comment
feedback
in,
tracker. Scale Speeder put up a
yeah,
post on the
yeah,
feedback
feedback.
tracker about the disappointment in it. So Yep.
Yep, get on that, support that, make your content about it, push it out there because enough's enough. Really,
Enough's enough.
Honestly,
Yep.
Can we be any more disrespected? Not considered. I mean, Jesus. I feel like I'm experiencing racism right now.
Yep.
Not gonna lie.
Yep. That 100%. Yeah. It feels like it is very one-sided, and if you want to be a part or be recognised, come to the PC world.
The console race is being disregarded.
Yes. I mean, and honestly, at this stage, from what I see, if you're looking to get into content creation and in the DayZ, well, the only place you'll get some form of recognition, whether it's servers, whether it's just streaming or anything, it's PC. That's as much as I preach console and hammer console, I no longer can say it's worth spending the time. I've put 4 years into it, and for to be accepted was great, and to see that they were manually rolling through, and I thought, get fucked. I just got accepted as a console streamer. They didn't even know I was a console streamer.
They just assumed.
And that's what kicked me in the
They
guts.
assume.
I've had things from them personally say, hey, we've seen your show, blah, blah, blah. I know we're really interested. We've talked about it in the office. But did they even know it was on console?
I don't know how clear you could have made that. you make that pretty damn clear.
Yep, so...
Yeah,
In the
console
title
is a
of your
huge
stream,
difference
it
from
literally
PC.
says
DayZ
Xbox.
Xbox. Yeah.
Right?
And all my stuff, it says, I am a DayZxbox. I do this for the DayZxbox. So I'm going to talk to them and see what goes on. I'm happy to give away the key that I have for the event to another streamer. And I want to see if I can do that myself. Otherwise, yeah, they've honestly wasted my time. They've wasted their time. And it was a big kick in the guts from waking up to get super excited to plan all these stuff with the guys to then realize it's PC only to even to the point of like going into the world and thinking, well, I could just do the PC stream. And then the Queen came in and slapped me. See, console for life. And then she's right. She's right. Yeah.
She is right.
She is right. And that's how much I want to get onto this map. That I was considering, even not even streaming it, just getting on there, recording some content, and bringing it out. But it's not console server. It's not console world. It's not our boots on our ground. It's PC world.
No.
So
Yeah.
Right.
it's not happening.
And I think that's the first thing that I said to you, Rob, yesterday when I found out was I was like, high five for representing console. You did it. All that hard work, all that hard work you've put in over the years to push and promote console, it's finally paying off. Here's the moment. This is the moment right now. Like here we go. We're finally getting a platform. We're finally, being able to, and you would be the face of representing like console, and I was just like massive. I was so proud.
Yep.
So fucking proud, man. And to turn around and for them to then do that, like, just no, like, fuck, just really hurt, really, honestly. That was just real savage of them, really fucking savage.
Yeah. Yep. So we can only report and see what it is. I mean, Josie has a good point. Personally, I think you should. Console reporter or not, you should take your opportunities, your network. You get in there, bite the bullet, then put the word in the ear for more console stuff. Be the console voice, but got to get in there, dude. And I think I'm pretty well in there. Being in the press side of the DayZ chat, and now getting into the streamer world. But the only thing it does for me is they don't know what we do and who I am. To them, it was just another set of numbers, another set of viewers to bring in. And that's where it came to the conclusion that I wasn't going to stream. I think you should just drink sparkling water. All right, well, that's going to put an end of it. Yeah, I know I've earned that early access, but I want early access to my world. I don't want early access to the PC world. I'm not breaking my code of ethics.
Comfort zone.
No, it's not even comfort zone. I can play PC DayZ because I use editor and I test all my builds and stuff like that. It's just the point. It's just the point. I do this for the console community. Otherwise, I would have been on Teabag's server 3 years ago. I would have been on a lot of servers a lot of time. You know, there's a lot of people that I've said no to say, listen, I'm a console-only people. And I'm happy to say that to the devs if they're not going to respect the console way.
Console all the way.
100%. But I think that's the end of our podcast, people. I think it's time to battle it out. I think I'm going to come for a run with you on this one.
Yeah, let's go. Let's shoot things. Let's kill cannibals.
How's your giggle going?
Yeah, can we do a giggle check? Let's listen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, here we go.
Crying Jill. I think that's me.
Yeah.
Someone's got a real
Maybe
cackle.
a little cry at the end.
Yeah, it is a cry, eh?
Yeah, there's a little cry at the end.
Oh, Brub's all upset she ate a friend.
Yeah. She's like, this is so awesome, but so bad.
This is about
Oh, they do all
probably
sound different.
this is about a twice a week thing for me, where I get together with other cannibals and we just talk about whatever. Talk about how many people we've eaten, how many people have been sacrificed, how many times have we played Respawn Simulator. Well, we made, like, I don't know, Wolf allowed the community to make different loadouts. So
Loadouts for cannibals. All right, let's go play our game. But you guys go down there. I'm going to do something because it's annoying the fucking shit out of me. Driving out the bloody wall. Oh, I ended up back at the stage. Beautiful. So this week we're going to run, show them how it's done. No more laughies.
Please, sir. Please shoot me with the crossbow.
Oh, shit, yeah, I forgot we could just cure each other, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I just got enough. I had to suicide. All right, cannibal
Oh, you have
cures.
to dump your vest on this one. Okay.
Yep. So, this is our obstacle
Yeah.
course.
I've watched.
Yep.
I've seen.
So,
Don't shoot me.
I won't shoot you. I promise I won't shoot you.
Grief.
Oh.
Alright.
Ah.
Free.
Freedom. I just killed myself. I couldn't take it.
I've watched. Oh, I can imagine. Pan and Wolfric are the same way. So
Yeah, cool.
Wolfric is voluntarily. Pan. I've done it on AFK. I've got a lot of people while they were AFK.
You ready?
All right, ladies and
Oh, wait,
gentlemen.
does he know the...
Yeah, he's watched before, so the idea is to get a shotgun
Oh, I've seen.
from in the apartment and get to the last platform to get the live ammunition to kill each other. Bruv,
Oh yeah,
You-
I already watched.
you can send the
Yep.
go.
I already know the
You can do the
3,
go.
2, 1. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh.
I can hear you suck it in your breath.
That's it. Really huffing and puffing. Waiting for it.
I didn't realise you were that close. I can hear the breathing.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh, that took it.
Get back here, Sunshine. Oh!
That's it. Cannibal's knocked out. Oh shit! I just woke up. Q's just feeding people at the fucking top. You're dead, Q.
Take it over. Oh, wait, did you shut the doors? You know I don't know my way. I just follow the open doors.
Yeah, I know.
Shoot that leathery
It's
man.
hard, isn't it? Shoot.
Not IQ. Where do I go? This is all confusing.
Shoot, Smiley.
Just follow the open doors. I'm leaving them open for you. Come on. Oh, I got the wrong one.
Oh, this one here, this one here, this one here, this one here. Where's
Wheelchair access.
where's leaderboard Bob?
Oh, please don't fall, please don't fall, please don't fall.
That's it.
Go, Q, go!
No, fuck you.
We might actually win this for Jade. No!
Oh,
Oh!
where are you, Q? Where are ya? Oh, sound like bruv died.
My leg! No!
A broken leg. You motherfucker. That's it. That's it. I fucking got you. I fucking got you. That's it. Guess what? Night, princess. You haven't even got a gun. Fucking get up, Peasent. He has to reload too. Go. Go, Peasent.
Ah!
Go, Peasant.
Leg. Oh. Careful which one you get. Oh, straight through the leg. You're gonna get past me. Oh, you did.
Oh, shit.
Could be an endless 50.
Shit. Shit. Fuck. Fuck.
Yeah, baby.
No. No.
Yeah, baby.
You still got to get that live mute. Oh. Hey, he preempted. He preempted. He preempted. He fucking cheated. That motherfucker. That motherfucker cheated. Where is it? Where is that sledgy? It's got the sledgy too. That motherfucker cheated. Motherfucker. GG. That motherfucker cheated. Wins a win. Wins a 100%. 100%. Bastard cheated. Brought his own gun.
Oh, you. Did you get disqualified for free?
he brought his own weapon. I'll beat him with this. Smart game. Smart game. Very smart game. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our podcast done and dusted for the week. As said, it's a very interesting and controversial week. Appreciate the advice, 100%. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do with especially the keys and stuff like that. There's not really much I can roll more on today. If you want to come and join us for a little biff, probably going to be here for the next 5 or 10. Live 5? All in lower caps. Sorry about the big caps. But, yeah, or this one. It will be a lot of this on Greedy's stuff. Band. A lot of band. But I'm happy enough to speak the truth. I'm happy enough to speak about what was going on. As I said, I got to a point where I honestly wanted to give up the game, throw in the stream and quit the Discord and just walk away. But that's leaving my community and what I built over the last 4 years in a lurk, and it doesn't do anything for the console world. So hopefully we can stop, put this message out to them. It's not hate, it's just disappointment. Especially after DayZ Unite, it's disappointment. And, they can do better. They could have thrown on a lot of things. They could have done some other things to enhance the console world, and they choose not to. So we just have to sit and grin and bear it. And we'll see what happens further on down the line. We use this platform at TPP to voice our opinions, and we have this voice, which is one of the best things. A lot of the time we didn't have a place or an opportunity to be able to put our voice or our opinions on, and that's what TPP is all about. If you have something to say, you're always more than welcome to drop it into my DMs. I can always bring up a subject. If you're an owner that want to come out with concerns, if you're already in the group chat and you want to drop something, you are more than welcome to use the TPP as a platform to do so. But apart from that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'd like to thank you all for coming out and sharing. I'm sorry about the long rant. Gritty doesn't always get on his high horse, but I felt this time it was required. I'd like to thank you always for the good support you guys do, and we'll definitely catch you on the next stream.